Alright guys, what is up? POEPRO is here broadcasting live and direct from POEPROductions Studios. This will probably be the final video on Secret of Evermore, at least for now, unless if I ever decide to go back to this game. Now I'm just going to show off a couple little things. Shouldn't be a very long broadcast, but you know, we'll have a little fun together real quick. Alright, so I decided to do something off camera for a few hours. A little tedious, but not too horrible. I decided to level up every single weapon to level 3. Just to show you all what the attacks look like. And we'll even be using some of these attacks while we're in the final enemy gauntlet at the very end. So for now, let me just read through the description of each of these for a little fun. Alright, your first weapon is the Bone Crusher, the Femur of Fury, useful for mangling mosquitoes. An intrigue will be received after killing Beaver the Indestructible. The Gladiator Sword, an ancient blade of mythical strength. Then later on in Gothica, we received the Crusader Sword. Fortify or hand-hewn for a knight, which is borderline useless, the weapon. And then finally in Omnitopia we received the Neutron Blade, the ultimate sword forged from neutronium. So, yeah. So let me show you guys what the swords all look like when you power them up. So a level 1 attack, just an overhead smash with the Bone Crusher. And the level 2 attack, swipe and then an overhead smash. Wow, I mean, how innovative. I'm so happy I killed 200 enemies for that. Alright, next. Gladiator Sword. So level 1 attack of this, and to be honest, all the attacks are pretty much the same. That's kind of a swish swash left and right. But I do like the level 2 attack here. That's cool, little spin around. That's pretty awesome. Alright, next one, we got the Crusader Sword. Let's see how this is any different. A lot of these attacks are pretty much identical. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, so the only thing that's really that much different is going to be the Bone Crusher. In fact, let me go to a better area, because I think the lighting in this section, you can't really see how the weapons look. So I'm going to do this in the final gauntlet area, or at least right before it. Just because the lighting here is dark. Alright, it's a bit brighter here. Oh no, it's not brighter here. It's actually just as bad. Whatever, I'll show off the rest of the things. Alright, let's look at the rest of our weapons, guys. We're going to look at the axes now. Alright, the first axe we received after killing Thrax, the Spider's Claw. Hack and slash with this ancient weapon. Then in the Pyramid we received the Bronze Axe. Solid and strong, heavy enough to crush boulders. Yo, for real. If I have an axe made of brass, or made of bronze, I'm going to go up to a boulder and try to crush it with my axe. If I can't crush that boulder, then this game lied to me. The Night Basher. Pulverize your enemies with this antique armor splitter. We received that in Tinker Tinderbox's little area. And last but not least, we have the Atom Smasher. It splits logs, bushes, heads, and atoms. I can see it splitting logs, I can see it splitting bushes, I can even see it splitting heads, God forbid. That's probably in Game of Thrones about 100 times. Atoms? I don't know. I mean, right there I might have just split some atoms. So if I'm splitting atoms right there, then I'm sure the axe could as well. Alright, let's look at the spears. We got the first spear of the game, the Horn Spear. We received that way back in the Mammoth Graveyard when we killed the Vipers. Excellent for short-range skewering. The Bronze Spear, we received that in the Hall of Colossia. If it works for the first Olympians, it'll work for you. The Lance, which I think we got from killing Tinder Drake. It says, strong enough for a knight, but you'll like it too. And then finally in Omnitopia, we received the Laser Lance, titanium-tipped spear of the future. Alright, so let me show off what the axes look like when you power them up. To be honest, all the weapons besides the Bone Crusher pretty much have the exact same power up. So here's how the axes look when you go to level 3. Kind of spin it around you. I don't know how that works, if you could actually boomerang an axe. And then the level 1 attack is just 2 overhead chops. They're all the same, no matter which axe I pick. I'm on the Atom Splitter right now. I'll show you if it looks any different, it won't. See, same thing. Alright, and then finally we have all the spears. They all have the same exact attack. When you level it up slightly, you just throw it. But when you level it up 2 times, you spin around and then throw it. Alright, so we're going to start off with a leveled up spear for the first boss here, because I kind of need a projectile weapon on him. Alright, so for right now, we are going to pretty much put on the win button. We're going to cast barrier on both our characters so we can never get hit. And we will also be casting Energize, so we have nothing but level 3 attacks. So if you don't go too close to this boss, it won't start, shooting bombs and whirling the fans at you. Dog right now is miserably overpowered. He's doing over 1,000 hit points worth of damage. We're just wrecking this boss. It's not even anyone's business right now. Alright, pull all the levers here. You finally reveal the final gauntlet of enemies. Now, if you want to go through this game legit, it's actually kind of hard. This section. I mean, it's doable, but you need a lot of healing spells. You need to pay really close attention to what you're doing. However, I'm a cheating jerk, and I'm going to absolutely wreck these guys. I'm going to use the Neutron Blade for most of this fight, because it's actually probably the coolest looking one when charged up. Alright, Energize just wore off, so let me charge that back up again. Alright, let's try the axe for a little bit. We're going to do the Atom Splitter. Atom Smasher. I got a little cleaning droid here. Don't kill them, because when you do kill them, giant spiders come out. You get penalized for doing it. I like to do it because I like the extra challenge. Alright, we have a couple more raptors about to pop through. See, I don't like the axes. There's a delay in trying to hit things with it. We're going to go back to using the sword. The sword is probably the coolest looking one. I do like the spear a lot too, but I've used the spear before. The sword one, no use as often. Our barrier just wore off, so let me cast that back on me and the doggy. There we go. Because these guys do hit hard if you're not paying attention. This fight could be hard if you don't pay attention to what you're doing, or if you don't cast barrier and energizer. I have beat the game legit though, but it's fun getting the win button here. Alright, let's heal up real quick because the doggy did get hit. We have a few more raptors to kill, but we're getting there, guys. Out comes the Death Spider. That's our penalty for killing all those cleaning droids. Oh my god! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Barrier wore off right there, right as I was getting hit. That took off like 100 hit points from me. That's why I'm telling you, you gotta be very careful when you're doing this stuff. You do have to pay some attention to what you're doing. Alright, so our next enemy we have is Rimsala. A whole bunch of these things are going to be ricocheting off the walls. All over the place. See, I kind of like the sword attack because it's sort of like an area ranged attack around your character, so you don't really have to aim. All these spiders out here, my god. Got 4 spiders? Hold on, this can't be right. It's gotta be 3. 3 spiders, alright. Making life very hard for myself here. Barrier just wore off. Let me quickly put barrier back on because I don't want to take a risk against the spiders here. Alright, and as you see, my little boy is getting electrocuted here, which means we're going to have a fight against my doppelganger. And my doppelganger's dead. However, it now does the dog, too. We have to face off against the evil Dark Toaster. He's a little hard. If you kind of pin him in a corner here, you're in good shape. Obviously with barrier and all that on. More spiders. More cleaning droids. Get the cleaning droid, I want to kill them all. Alright. We're casting like 1,000 damage on enemies right now, it's like pretty hilarious. Right, so right now all the television monitors are exploding. We have our second to last boss, Metal Magmar. And I gotta make sure to cast spells. I want to be able to cast barrier. Okay, good. And let's cast Energizer. I'll use the axe on this guy. Let's go for a little variety. We also do have the bazooka. I wasn't even using the bazooka, to be honest. It's a fun weapon, but for this fight, you can't attack as often with it. You have to shoot, wait for it to level back up, shoot again. When you have Energize, it's like you can just instantly wail on everyone. It's more fun. Casting like 2,000 damage on enemies right now. You just cast Heat Wave on it, it's too bad it won't do anything. So I have a couple call beads, let me use them, might as well. I'll use Electrobolt by the Professor. Call beads. Good. 2,000 damage. We were just wrecking this guy. Alright, we are now up to the final boss of the game. Carltron. He's riding on a rocket like it's Dr. Strangelove. I don't know the reference, and he has like a military uniform on. It's kind of a strange last boss, but I do like him. I'm gonna beat the dog this time. The dog casts a lot more damage than the boy. 5,000 damage! Oh my god! This guy's gone. He's dead. Now if you go up too close to him, that's why you see all these explosions going on, you really have to hit him with projectile attacks. You cannot go on the left or right side of him. If you do, you're going to have a bad day. Just to be safe, I want to cast barrier again because I don't want to accidentally die. Okay, and we got him. Alright, so we just beat the game. I'm going to go through the end credits again real quick. We'll have a little fun. You're going to pay for this, filthy human? Not so fast, metalhead. Now, losing power. Bleh. Burp. We're gonna get reminded of our spells wearing off for the whole scene. Carltron has left the building. It looks like his insidious villain days are over. So, Professor, what's gonna happen to Evermore now? That's a good question. I'm not sure. It was Carltron's influence that created the evil elements on Evermore. Now that he's unplugged, I would suspect that those elements should be going away. You can take a look for yourself. I'll virtually put you into the scene with my Projectomatic Zaptron simulator. Let's see here. Twist this knob. Pull this lever. That should do it. Barrier's worn off. Alright, so we pretty much just kind of do a little run through of areas we've been through in the game. All the enemies die. It's I don't know. I like to think of it as, you know, him putting the Virtual Boy on us, because it was 1995 and that did come out that same year. All the enemies are exploding and dying. But this raises an interesting question. He's trying to say that Evermore's coming apart because Carltron's evil influence is gone and all the enemies are gone too. So there's too much positivity there, so the balance is off. However, they've been there for 30 years and Carltron started doing this a few months ago, so how did Evermore not come apart before? I don't know, maybe it's too much of a change. Whoa, it looks like the big battle scene in Monster Quake down there. Yes, I believe that Evermore is on a collision course for destruction. With Carltron's influence gone, the balance of the world is completely offset. It's a very long ending scene, but it's nice though. It's very full circle. The only way to reverse the problem is to remove our own influence on the world. We have to leave now and take our friends with us. Or Evermore will be nevermore, forevermore. Oh god, I love the dialogue in this game. It's so tongue-in-cheek. Oh, this is not good. I like to think this guy's like Dr. Light. Things are getting much worse. Kinda has a Dr. Wily look. I don't know if this old space station can handle it. POEPRO, you've got to go down there. You've got to find Elizabeth, Horace, and Camellia and bring them back here. Then, we'll return to Podunk together. It's the only hope for Evermore, and for us. We'll do it. What do you suppose our chances are? Let's see, integrate this function, differentiate that result. Oh, whoops, wrong button. Take the eigenvector here, invert it, carry the 3. Your chances for success are roughly zip. No, I don't want to do that again. Let's go, Felix. We've got to rescue, go get our friends. How do I full screen this? I should remember this one. Full screen projector source. Oh, I don't remember. Forget, it's not that important. I'm forgetting how to do a full screen. It's not too big a deal though. Sometimes I like having all the frames. I don't know what's happening. If these quakes get worse, the village is doomed. The quakes have never been this bad. I fear you may be right. Elizabeth, you've got to come with us. Evermore's coming apart, and we're the cause. Strongheart, I must leave, but I will have to thank you and the whole village. You've all been so kind to me. These ground shakes are getting worse, and I'm afraid that's because of me.
Fire Watch, Elizabeth, don't talk like this. The ground is shaking before. It's not your fault.
I'm afraid it is, dear friend. And things will only get worse if I stay. Elizabeth, are you ready to go? Yes, in just a moment. Sniff. Strong heart, sniff. I didn't think this would be so hard.
I know, little one, I know. But you should go now. Your future is out there, not here. You will always have a home here, Fire Watch.
Yeah, so one of the jokes I always do is that any lead female character or a certain girl character, I always make Alan Rickman, and I always do it with my Hans Gruber voice. I like to kind of think of like the movie Galaxy Quest, where he's getting tortured, you know, to do all these stupid roles that he doesn't want to do. That's how I like to think. It's a joke my friends and I have. I believe these quakes are getting worse.
I think you're right, my friend. People haven't started to panic yet, but if things don't improve, there'll soon be chaos. Chaos, I say.
Horace! I saw a who.
Shallonslag, take your time now. What is it?
Evermore's coming apart. We've got to leave.
Leave? We should stay and help these people.
But we're the problem. We don't belong here anymore. The longer we stay, the worse it'll get. Horace, if the boy's right, you should leave immediately. Don't worry, I can take care of things here.
I know you can, my friend. You're a good man, Madronius.
As are you, Horace Highwater. It has been an honor knowing you. Yeah, like how Horace, like, doesn't even, like, walk at a brisk pace. He's, like, slowly taking his time. It's alright, Horace. We're just gonna die. Just take your time, buddy. I know they fit in that ship. They're just about as big as the ship. Whatever. Not gonna thinking too much. And now we gotta get Camellia. Oh dear, I'm so scared. Camellia, we have to go. Evermore is shaking apart. No time to explain.
Camellia, my sweet, don't leave me, my boy.
You heard the boy. You can have the castle. Somehow that ship is able to support all this weight. It can support the weight of the boy, Horace, the Queen, Elizabeth. I figure with the, you know, Camellia in there, the thing should probably be like falling to the ground. So we are all on the space station right now. Hurry, friends. We've got to go back to Podunk. We're running out of time. I'm trying to do like a Dr. Light voice for this guy. Goodbye, Carltron. I'll see you on the other side. Take your time, Horace. By all means, just use the slowest walking cycle ever. I know he's old and all, but God. Where is POEPRO? There's not much time. I hope that he makes it. Let's go, Felix. Come on. Forget about the cat. We've got to go back to Podunk. So he see that little thing there says Doug Head Software? That is an in-joke. Whoa, that was intense. One of the lead programmers' names is Doug. Hi, Felix. It's good to see that you're back to normal. I don't. Felix doesn't look like that. He looks more like an Oscar. Everything's normal. Good old Podunk. Nothing strange here. I wonder if that whole adventure was just a product of her overly active imaginations. Who what? Wow. I think we've got our answer. Okay, so for those of you that can't see, the marquee says The Secret of Evermore. We're home. And we're safe, friends. That's what's a close call.
It certainly was. Now a new adventure begins in this real world. It's not 1965, you know.
I wondered if it was time to go. But I'm going to miss my village.
And I will miss my kingdom. I wonder what will become of Evermore.
And that, my friends, is The Secret of Evermore. Let's kind of sit back and enjoy the credits here. And yes, Doug Smith, I guess it was a reference to him, Doug Head Software. So the credit scenes are kind of cool. We get a little bit of a glimpse of what Evermore looks like after our heroes leave. And the world kind of goes on. I guess the people living there sort of take over in place of our friends. So here's Fire Rise Village. And now, Strongheart is in charge. We have some people of Prehistoria venturing out to the jungle. Jeremy Soule did the music of this game. He actually went on to do the Elder Scrolls and a lot of other games. Okay, here's Madronius, I guess, giving a speech in Antigua. We have the king, my boy, in charge of the kingdom. So it's kind of cool, we get a little full circle. All the characters kind of go on with their lives and stuff like that. Evermore's not really destroyed. Satisfactory ending. There's Gomi and Tinker flying around in the Windwalker, whatever it was called. Wind Waker, that's Zelda. Okay, we're gonna get my favorite joke at the end. Here's the freak show. And behind door number 4, is all the evil twin robots, and they're angry. Oh, game. And most importantly, thanks to POEPRO and his faithful companion Felix. The end? Actually, I'm gonna let the credits roll for a little bit here. We'll listen to the music as I talk. My review for this game, overall, I give this game a solid 7 out of 10. It is a very charming game. I really do like it. The nostalgia value is really high for me here. But it is flawed at times. The difficulty scaling's all over the place. It's very front heavy with difficulty. Some bosses are a complete breeze. Some enemies are a complete breeze. Some enemies are hard as all hell. The hitboxes are a bit wonky. The leveling up system for weapons is ridiculous in this game, but it just kind of, I feel like some of it gets stretched out with artificial difficulty at times if you want to level everything up. Some of the alchemy spells are all over the place in usefulness. So, it's a very fun game. If you do want to play, I highly, highly recommend it to anybody that likes RPGs. Just kind of know going in there that it could be frustrating at times too, but it is a rewarding enough game if you force your way through it. Because the things it does well stick with you, the things it does bad also do stick with you too. Probably my least favorite part being Gothica. I hate the Dark Woods. I refuse to go through that thing without cheating. It is nightmarishly long. let's sit back and we'll enjoy the music of Jeremy's Soul. And we'll just assume that the game is over right now. The soundtrack for this game is really solid too. Kind of get tracks you're not used to hearing in a Super Nintendo game. Ooh. What's going on? A secret ending. Oh, there's Carltron. He's dusting and cleaning. That's a good robot, Carltron. Dust, dust, clean, clean. And no more plans for world domination, okay? Good. He stopped dusting. Oh, he's scheming, he's scheming. Oh, that Carltron. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bump. The end. Alright guys, this is POEPRO signing out. I want to wish you all the best. Peace, love, and happiness. POEPRO blesses you all. 1.